same song gets me every single time. I love the intro song. I mean, and that's it. What? I ain't seen y'all in so long. How you been? How you been? Welcome to another episode of 1 Billion Break. I have missed y'all. Like, I have been gone a whole. Let's look at the. Okay, where are we looking at? Where are we looking at? Because we're not about to be cross-eyed around here. That's what we're not about to be. How y'all doing? I have not seen you guys in so long. I missed y'all. Like, I know y'all miss me, but I missed y'all for real. And I have been cringing, waiting for the show to come back on. Even though I kind of make the show. But still, I try to give everyone a break, including myself, the month of July, because we got family, we got vacay, we got slay, we got all day, we got okay. Y'all get it. Hey, Ma. Hey, Tanya. I love y'all. For the newcomers, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Welcome to another episode of 1 Billion Brave. I'm your host, Domo Jones. For the old heads, how y'all doing? Y'all already know what's up. Like, y'all know how we get down with the get down. Relax, see what we're gonna be talking about, and then we enter like swimwear. You feel me? All right, so y'all know what's up. What we about to do? House rules. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed at all. All right, let's get into it. So, no profanity on this show. What? You already. It's too many words. Like, it's like way too many words. So we about. Thank you, girl. How are you? Love you. No bashing of race, religion, gender, politics, sexual orientation. None of that, John. Like, cause what? Sharice, I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Come on, snacks. Thank you. You got the fruit snacks. Cause you a real one. You a real one, friend. Yeah, we don't do no bashing of that. Nope. Another important detail. Y'all ready for it? We talk about Jesus Christ on this show. We talk about Jesus Christ. Why? Because he's the main thing, and we're going to forever keeping the main thing around here. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. Period. He should be yours too, is all I'm saying. This show is about the disabled community. It represents 1 billion brave, which are the 1 billion people of the world that have a disability or medical condition. I miss you too, Nikki. So this show brings awareness, information, salutation, all the Asians to you and to those that tune in, and to the ones that watch the replay. It gives people that have a disability or a medical condition a platform of how they break the stigma beyond their condition. Cause y'all know the old heads, y'all know what I'm about to say next, right? Get you one of us in your circle. That's it. That's all. Get you one of us in your circle. We're pretty cool. Like, we a dope breed, is all I'm saying. Like, we're super dope. Don't get you one of me, but get you one of we. The disabled community. Bars. Bars. That's it. That's all. Last thing. Last house rule is. Are you ready for it? Okay, cool. This is the very first talk show that has a hostess with a disability that interviews guests that have disabilities and or medical conditions. Lady O, Tyler Perry, and Mother Ellen. I'm coming to the houses. And then Tyler Perry, I see the new house that you're trying to build with the airport port for your jet, because you just got your pilot license. I'm coming over. I will help you build. I'm about to be Bobina the builder at this point. I'm gonna go across the street to Lady O's house. Lady O, if you want a garden, if you want to plant some greens, we coming. Ellen, Mother Degenerate. I'm coming to the house too. We could groove because you know she like to get her little shoulder shimmy on, and so do I. But we have so much to talk about, and that's all. So I'm coming over to the houses with an S, and we about to do what we do. Nice to meet you. I'm Domo. Now that we got that out the way, let's get down to the business. You feel me? All right, cool. So, um, I have so much to talk to y'all about. Period. But what we about to do first is get into the Braveheart. What's the Braveheart game? Show us. Show us. Uh the Braveheart for this week is at Bionic Mika. And she dope. Okay, can you put her, thank you. At Bionic Mika. She is an amputee. And she also has a service dog. Let me tell you, she's in high school, but she's mad dope. Can you see that she walking like she Nature Valley? Nature Valley is all I'm saying. You're the Braveheart for this week. Mika, thank you so much for being you. Thank you so much for being confident in who you are. Thank you so much for choosing life despite your disability and or limitation. I appreciate you. You're the Braveheart for this week. You already know. Get down with it. Get down. You keep doing you, baby boo. Because that's how we do around here. All right. So let's get into the more you know. What we talking about this week, Gabe? What we talking about? What we talking about? Let's get to it. Thank you. I hate the phrase "don't let the disability stop you." It's an incredibly toxic thing to say to a disabled person. Yes, there are some things that I cannot do because of my disability, and that's okay. It doesn't make me weak or lazy. Okay, because that's why I always use the phrase "don't let their disability fool you," because it's not stopping nothing. You feel me? Like it's not stopping, and having a disability doesn't make you less than because you're doing the norm. Literally, we're doing the norm of what we can do. So we're not extravagant. We're not doing anything that's more grand than the next person. We're literally living life like you are. For real. The way you survive, we trying to survive too. It just look a little different. That's all. It look a little different. We're not superheroes for living this life with a disability. We're not prize winners. All we trying to do is survive. Survive and thrive. Come on, bars. You trying to log in? You got it. My guess says she's trying to log in. What you mean? I gave you the link. Okay, so that's the more you know. And that's what we're gonna do. So the people that are able bodies, please understand that all I'm saying is we're not doing anything extra than you are, just trying to live. That's it. We ain't doing nothing extra. We ain't doing nothing extra. Michelle, use the link to log on. Use that link. That's it. How you waiting on me and I waiting on you? What we doing? Okay, so what we gonna do is, because I haven't seen you guys in a month, we have so much to catch up on. But before that, I gotta catch y'all. Let me testify where I got a chance. Because yesterday was yesterday, but I'm grateful to be alive. All right, cool. So, um, for those that have feet problems, whether you have a drop foot, whether you have um what's another foot issue, whether your feet turn in, whether your feet turn out, whether you flat foot, whether you got a high arch, low arch, whether you have plantar fasciitis, whether you have one of those things, we go to podiatry and we go to orthotics, right? So for me, I got a lot of feet problems, but Specifically, I had to go see my doctor because I kept finding myself being injured in the same spot though. Like I kept tweaking my foot in the same spot. And that's an issue with me because what we doing? I'm not falling, I'm not tripping, I'm not doing nothing crazy, right? So with that being said, I went to my doctor. I wasn't prepared for this, but I had to get a shot in my foot. I wasn't mentally prepared at all. So it threw me off. But I went to my doctor, got my shot. I'm grateful that I got a shot because it does help, right? With the pain and all that jazz. Now, came home the next day, which was this morning. My mom texted me an article of some that was hiding in the women's bathroom trying to basically get a free look. What? Mm-mm. And here's the crazy thing. It was literally at the hospital that I was at. What? Do you can y'all can't tell me that God did not protect me from that because I was there and it happened after I left. I was there and it happened after I left. And I'm so grateful that I didn't have to deal with that situation. I wasn't in the restroom at that time to even catch it. Now, the unfortunate thing is now you done messed up everybody's whole system. You feel me? Now the women, we about to kick down every door when we go to the bathroom to make sure ain't nobody eye spying. Two, you messed up your day because you could be doing something very productive and successful, like going to work or school or picking up the kids, dropping them off. And now your whole day ruined because now you got to go to jail. Dog, bite did I tell you? Three, you done messed up the dog on police officers' orders of what, hey, Yvonne, love you. You didn't mess up the doggone police officers' orders of what they was doing because your tail want to be in the women's bathroom. Now you know you a whole man. What we doing? You a whole grown man. I know you seen the lady with the skirt on the sign of the bathroom door. What we doing? Now, the dog on police officers, they could have been getting their breakfast at the donut shop or reading up emails. And here you go. What? Sir, could you do something? Go and do something safe with your life. Find something safe to do. Enough's enough. With that being said, women, especially women, please be aware of your surroundings because the world is getting more wicked and people just doing random, I don't want to say dumb, but very, very naive things. Extremely naive things. And we ain't got time for it. Now, with that being said, please do not live in fear. But for those that don't know Christ, I advise y'all to know him real quick because his protection is top tier. And I'm under it. As you can tell. I'm under it. And I want you to get under it too. So, if you don't know Christ, find him real quick. Especially in days that we're living in now. I mean, run. And I'm running back to you. Run to find Christ. Because you need to be protected in the days that we're living in. And especially those that have disabilities, we have a disadvantage because we can't move and run and protect ourselves as fast as someone that's able-bodied. So we definitely need to be protected in our surroundings. For sure, for sure. Find Christ. That's why I got Christ. Because I know I can't walk fast. But I will say this. My walker can be a deadly weapon. That's all I'm saying. It's not always just used for walking. It can easily be transformed into a deadly weapon if need be. Try me if you want to. Hi, Grandma, I love you. Try me if you want to. Okay? Try me. Come close, and I'll know you if you want to. Child. Child. Tell you. Okay, so let's get into it. Because my guest, is she on? Gabe, is she on? If she's on, we're gonna bring her on. If she's not, we're gonna switch it up because I got something to say. If she's not on, is she on? Let's see. Cause if she on, we're gonna make it work. She not on. Alright, so we're gonna move on because that's what we do around here. Alright, so let's get into it. I got a few things to talk about. The first thing is the month of July, I went on a vacation to Hawaii. And the trip was amazing. Can be used for Tanya. It can be used for damage control for sure. I went on a trip to Hawaii, and I want to talk about allergic reactions and ADA accommodations. What does it look like traveling with someone that has a disability and also traveling with someone that has severe allergies to everything? Okay, so that's what we're gonna talk about today. That's gonna be subject one. All right, so went to Hawaii. Super beautiful trip. The funny thing was, let's start from the beginning. Let's start from when we was about to get on the plane. Of course, because I have a disability, I'm able to go on a little early with a wheelchair, all that jazz, right? So, with my airline, it was myself, my little sister, my dad, and my bonus mom. So we all went, right? So the flight attendant lady was booking everybody, boom, 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 whatever. Now, because I'm in a wheelchair, I get to go up front, right? Well, little did the pre people, the one that check in before the check in, little did they know that they're gonna have to wait for me. Favor. That's all I'm saying. So I was able to go in front of them, and not only just me, my family. I feel like that rubbed the pre-check line the wrong way, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. Because as we were boarding, the flight attendants and all them were checking my stuff, boom, 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 whatever, and all we heard was a little murmuring and complaining behind us. Yeah, but as for me and my house, though, as for me and my crew, because I come with favor, everyone that's around me is going to have favor. So you're just going to have to wait. My God, today. When I tell you, there are some perks that living with disability, but there also are some perks with being under the umbrella of Christ. Another plug. That's what I'm saying. So as we're there, we're in Hawaii, having a great time. So we stayed at a particular resort. I don't want to give out their information because we're gonna pray that they get it together after this. Okay? We're gonna pray to get together. But the struggle was there was no ADA accommodations. And for those that don't know what ADA accommodations are, people that have disabilities, ramps, wheelchairs, elevators, all that, right? There was none. And we stayed at the resort. There was none. Even to where my room was a regular room. It was not a handicap room. Why? Because they didn't have any at all. It wasn't even an option. That's a problem. That's a real issue. Is all I'm saying. So the struggle was it became even more of a struggle when we found out that there were so many things that they didn't offer for someone in a wheelchair, for someone in a walker. Even like, so there's different trolleys that you can take to just, see the world, see whatever. Um now riddle me this. There's 4 different routes. Why do you accommodate only one of 4? Finish it out. If you can accommodate one trolley in their route, why can't you accommodate the other 3? What are we doing? So you mean tell me I can only see 1/4 of Hawaii? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We're gonna try this all the way again. Cause what? That don't even make no sense. How do you not accommodate if the trolleys are all the same? How do you not accommodate them for all the routes? Only one? Nah. Another problem that we had was, for me, people with wheelchairs, people with walkers, people with leg braces, people with and water, just free form water, it doesn't work. We slip, we fall, we trip. It's a lot. So the issue was when we were trying to find our way around our hotel, the stairs were very visible, very noticeable. Where the ramps were hidden, no signs. And then come to find out that where we had to go through, the people that have walkers, wheelchairs, all that, we had to go through the pool. What? The pool? No. No. Mm-mm. 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 The entire pool. We had to go through the pool with little kids running, a whole bunch of water. No. That wasn't gonna work at all. That was another issue. Another problem that we struggled with was the elevators. Nobody knew at the hotel that we stayed in. Nobody knew where the elevators were to go outside, to go to different places. Now, we stayed in a resort to where everything was connected. We had 4 different hotels that were connected to each other. And there were different shopping centers, blah, blah, all that stuff. Why don't you know where the elevators are? We had to search solo. Couldn't find nobody. What? That don't make no sense. So that was a struggle. Now, let me tell you the perk behind it. Let me tell you the blessing behind it. Let me tell you the blessing behind it. The blessing was and is and will forever be because they didn't accommodate us, specifically me. I had a lot of favor with a lot of free things. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. I had a lot of favor. We had a lot of perks, and then we were able to do a lot of extra things because of the simple fact that they didn't accommodate. Why am I saying this? If you are a very well-known company, it don't matter what you're doing, you better enter us in because we ain't going nowhere. And that's on that. Thank you, free 99. Make sure in your blueprints, and when you're talking to the company, when you're talking to the people, make sure that you add 80, all of it. Add it all. One thing we're going to do is we're going to make it very known when we're not giving our due diligence. That's the basics. That's the bare minimum. You can't show me no sign of where I'm supposed to go. We got to find the elevator ourselves. What? And you be here every day? You work a 9 to 9? You don't even work 8 to 5. You work a 9 to 9? And can't nobody tell me where no elevators are? And then the other issue was once we found the elevators, we were literally in where we were literally where the dog on employees were. I saw the food that was being served to the luau. What? Why do I see what y'all doing behind the scenes? I'm talking to the employees like, hey, y'all all right? Y'all good? Y'all need something? I'll see y'all out there in 5 minutes. What? Mm-mm. 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 I'm telling y'all now, please include us because we're not going nowhere. We're not going anywhere. Period. Point blank. I am not the type of person. I'm not an advocate for disability rights. I'm not. I don't do all that. But I do. What I do is equality, and give us our time. Give us our moment. It's point blank in the period because we ain't going nowhere. So that's that on that. Also, if you don't know, don't tell us that you don't know. Like, help us out. Help us out. Don't just say you don't know and then help somebody else. What? I scooted my little wheelchair back. Thank you. I scooted my little wheelchair back so fast. What? What are we doing? I want to do that too. I want to do that too. Cause what? Another I don't want to say problem. Another incident that I had was I was with my father and he and I were at a store, right? So at that time I was sitting in my wheelchair. If it's a lot of I can walk, but if it's a lot of walking, I'm typically in my wheelchair to save my legs because if they don't reset, if you don't charge them, they're gonna be out and about. Okay, period. Point blank. That's it. So I asked for something. I don't remember what I asked for. And the employee looked at my dad and talked to my dad, and I'm like, that's wild. Because I know for a fact that I asked. That's crazy. So that means that I'm not mute. So that means that you can respond to the person that asked. And I'm looking at my dad like, why are you asking him and he don't know? He a man. I asked for something that's regarding a woman, and you're a woman. Don't do that. don't do one of those. What? Child. Don't do one of those. Cause what we will do, we talk back. That's all I'm saying. We talk back. Hey Shanine, love you. We talk back. Huh? We're not illiterate. Don't do that. If I'm talking to you, it's because I'm talking to you for a reason. Don't think that I can't respond. Don't think that I can't hear. Period. Okay, so that's my rant. Other than that, it was a very beautiful experience. I love traveling. I enjoy traveling. It's a definite pastime of mine, and I'm gonna forever do it. I don't care. I don't care the process of how I do it. That's it. So let's get into the next subject in the matter at hand. Sidebar. Let me say this real quick. I'm about to be 100% transparent with y'all because I love y'all and y'all the homies. I ain't talked myself in about 2 solid years, and it's hard coming up with things to say for a whole show. You feel me? It is hard than a mug, but for that I'm grateful, and we still gonna get this going because this is the very first episode going back, and I ain't about to leave y'all hanging. So y'all pray my strength to the Lord that I get through this, okay? Because I'm not used to talking about myself, and I'm not used to talking this long. Oh God, I need some water. Whoo. I gotta give it to all the pastors and preachers and bishops and and speakers out there that just can talk for like 45 minutes, an hour, and 2 hours without nothing. Child, it ain't, it ain't nothing. You saw Michelle? Is she on though? See, the thing is, Mom, she has to be in the back. She has to be in the studio. And she not on the studio. And that's the link that I gave her for the studio side. She's watching, but she not on the studio. See, you got it. That's why it's important to be before the time. I still love you, Michelle. But you gotta, if you don't know how to do it, just let me know. But what I will say is this: I'm gonna have you on again, and we're gonna try again. But be on time though. Be on be on. I could talk to her about like this because I've been knowing her for so long. So anybody else, nah. But her, that's my friend. I've been knowing her for too long. Be on time, Shelly. Be on time, First Lady Tate. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes they talk too long with no substance. That's true, but not around here. We're not about to talk too long without no substance around here because I know how to shut it down. Like when I know. Thank you, Lisa. I love you. Okay, so let's talk about something that I've been dealing with lately, and I want to show y'all because I'm kind of like transparent a little bit. It's crazy. Okay, so I have been dealing with what's called imposter syndrome, and for those that don't know what imposter syndrome is, it is when you feel like you ain't doing nothing or what you're doing is not enough, and that's what I've been dealing with. What I know, what you guys are about to say. Why do you ever even feel that way? What in the what? Because you're doing everything plus two more added onto that times three. But that's what I've been dealing with, and I'm going to explain why I've been dealing with it. So I've been dealing with this because one, having a disability that requires you to rest, that requires you to randomly, your body randomly shuts down, your body just has a mind of its own. You feel like you don't do enough because your body has to rest, and it's an obligation that rest is in your daily routine. It's an obligation, and if you don't do it yourself, then your body gonna do it for you, right? So with that, um sometimes you feel like you have this mentality to where you have so many things that you want to do, you have so many things, but then when your body shuts down, you just gotta let it flow, right? And that's something that I deal with. I have so many things that I want to do, and a lot of times it's physical, and for me my physical is my limitation, but a lot of things that I want to do, it involves physically being mobile. Concerts, movies, whatever the case may be, shows, it don't matter. It requires me to be physically mobile. And when I set those things up and then my body randomly shuts down or I randomly get an injury or something, then it's just like, well, dang, Domo, you can't do nothing. That's crazy. Because it feels like what you try to do gets shut down without your against your will, I guess I would say, right? So that's one thing when it comes to like the pleasure of like the enjoyment, right? So the other side of me, the business side of me, struggles with the imposter syndrome because I feel like what I've done is not enough. Like it, you did it, okay, but what's next? And I didn't feel that way until I was approached with a conversation with one of my friends, and they're in a position right now to where they're able to freely do things which is cool. That's amazing. There was a time and there was a season where they couldn't they didn't have the freedom to do whatever they wanted to do, or they didn't have the time, or it was so much other stuff going on, they just didn't have the freedom and time to be creative, right? So now they're at a season where they are. Now, the struggle is they use that same tactic on me, meaning they were like, okay, so now that I'm available, what we doing? Like what project do you have next? Because you can't stop. What? Why can't I stop? Just because like you stopped, so why can't I? Now that you free, now that you're available, now I gotta grind even harder? What? What that mean? No. And it particularly how can I describe this? Okay, so people that don't know, I write books. Boom. Now, for those that don't know, when it comes to writing, whether you're writing a fiction, a nonfiction, it don't matter. It takes time. You can't just pop it up and you got a book and poof, you're done in 2 weeks. No, that takes time. It takes effort. It takes a lot of sacrifices. It takes hours. It takes a lot, right? So I just published my 4th book in April and we're in August. And my friend was already on, okay, what's next? And not only was she on what's next, she was on whatever project we're on, whatever project we're doing, we can get it done in 6 months. The project that was on was geared toward me. So that means that I was going to have to do it. And I would have to be done by 6 months. Why you just rah, okay, you got this. Yeah. No. I didn't even let it marinate yet. That's crazy. And it was really like taking a toll on me because I'm like, dang, Domo, like, you're not doing nothing. Like, you're not doing anything. What you doing with your life? Nothing? You're not doing nothing at all. And I had to reflect, and I had to reflect on me personally in my life and what I can accomplish and what I can do. And I'm not going to, and this is to help someone else too. Do not let someone else's freedom dictate your freedom or dictate your schedule, because that's literally what it was. My schedule was being dictated on someone else's availability, and it wasn't even considered with all the other stuff I was doing and that I do. That wasn't in consideration. It was just now they're available, so let's build this big giant project in 6 months. Child, that ain't it. So for those that deal with imposter syndrome, that feels like you're not doing anything, you don't have to do anything all the time. Like, you really don't. Let stuff marinate. And even if, let's just say this, and then I'll use myself as an example. I write, right? So I've written 4 books, right? All right, so cool. Even if I don't write another book until 2025, that don't mean I ain't doing nothing. Because I didn't write a book in the time that you want, or in the time that I feel like it should be written. I don't have to. We live in a society right now where everything is grind. The early bird gets the worm. Ain't no sleep for the weary. What? Child, you don't go to sleep. Sit your tail down. Watch a movie. Binge watch something. Let your brain relax. Let your body relax. Reset. Charge your body back in. I ain't about to pass out because y'all, what? Mm-mm. If you ain't seen me do something in a while, go back and look at my memories. Go back and look at my page and reflect on those. Reflect on that. Because I'm not trying to keep up. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses, even though my last name is Jones. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses to prove to nobody that I am capable and I am able to do things, even with living with a disability. I ain't got living with disability is a huge accomplishment, and that's enough right there. What else we talking about? Rest in wisdom, okay? Living with a disability is enough in itself. That's it. And even if I don't do anything else ever, I'm still doing the show though. But even if I don't do anything else ever, if you see me, please understand that that is a huge accomplishment right there. If you see me out, if you see me smiling, if you see me saying hi to you, thinking not strange of how grand that is. I mean, that's award worthy. Something as simple as that. So for you, the ones that feel like your accomplishments aren't as grand as the next, you don't have anything to post, you don't have anything to show for yourself, all that jazz, whatever the world says you're supposed to be doing, you fight just okay. That's true. That's enough. For those that have those moments to where you just like, man, I ain't doing nothing, like what you doing? You breathing, that's enough. You're moving, that's enough. You're around people, that's enough. You don't have to always have like a physical accomplishment. You ain't gotta write, you ain't gotta be in an article, you ain't gotta run a 5K to be accomplished. If you're in school, that's a huge accomplishment. Because there's a lot of people that didn't even pass high school. There's a lot of people that didn't even graduate. You feel me? If you're working a consistent job, that's accomplishment. Don't be worrying about these people trying to tell you to do stuff that you don't want to do. What? We ain't got time for that. Don't keep it with the Joneses. I'm a Jones. I can't even keep it with myself. Don't do that. Do not do that. And I'm being so dead serious. Do not do that. Because it's already hard and it's already a struggle and a challenge to maintain this life. We already got to work 2 jobs and a side hustle just to pay for rent at a 2-bedroom apartment. What? And now you want me to make in the draw and the color and no, and do a TED talk and do it. I ain't got time. Now my breakfast is a protein bar because I gotta get to work. No, we ain't doing all that. Enjoy your life. Embrace what you got. Embrace what you have in the moment. Okay? Thank God for the little things. That's accomplishments are the little things. Period. Okay, that's my rant. Is it my rant? I feel like that's my rant. That's my rant. Okay, so let me update y'all on another thing that's my life right now. If y'all can't tell, I'm in a wheelchair, but not for long. So, I have been trying to figure out why in the entire world do I keep injuring my foot every single month? It's always something. Like, it's always something. And I know I deal with a lot. Like, I know that comes with the territory. But my struggle is randomly dealing with stuff that I didn't even have, that don't even, randomly dealing with things that are not in my control. Surgeries, I know the beginning date, I know the end date. Chemo, I know the end date, I know the beginning date. I know that stuff. But randomly tweaking your foot and you didn't even fall, and now you got all this pain? What? And now you got to stop what you're doing? What? No, we're not doing that. For what? So this whole year, I have been, or since last year, I've been dealing with that, right? So, um, I couldn't take it, and there was a moment where I just kind of broke. Um, I'm a pretty strong individual. I'm a pretty strong person, but I broke, and I thank God for my mom. Let me shout out to my mom. Shout out to my mom. Tracy, you are right with me because I don't know how she knows what she be knowing. A mother knows their child. It don't matter how strong I be and how much I say I'm good, and my mom be knowing. And she always be around during the time, all the time. Like, God be knowing who to place in your life, okay? Thank God for mothers. Thank God for parents that pray together because they stay together and they be listening to the Father. And the Father be placing them in the right place at the right time. Every single time. So, Mom, shout out to you. For real, for real, for real. But I broke, and my mom she always gives me like encouraging words. And she just told me, like, it's only temporary. We're gonna figure this thing out. Like, I know it's not you. Like, you're not falling. You're not tripping. You're not doing anything out of the ordinary, but something is triggering why you keep injuring the same spot every single month. I ain't never been in so many injuries in 1 year than ever. Cause what we doing? We do all need her, for real. I'm trying to figure this out. So, for those that have feet issues, there are two different type of braces. There's one brace that's called an AFO, and there's another brace that's called a Ritchie brace, right? So basically, in a nutshell, those braces help support your foot. And for me personally, my right foot turns in, and my left foot turns in. Well, my left foot, I walk on my toe. But my right foot always end up walking on the outside of my foot, meaning my heel always turns in, right? So the brace is to support your foot. That's the meaning of the brace. So when you see me in person and you see the braces on my legs, that's why I have them. It's to help keep my foot flat and straight so I won't be twisting it. But the issue was I was wearing the braces and I was still twisting my foot. What? How that gonna work? What's supposed to be prevented was not preventing what was supposed to be prevented. We want to switch that up, right? So I just had like a reflection on like, okay, what is it? I need to pinpoint what the issue is. We gotta figure this out because I can't keep injuring my foot and I'm not doing anything to injure it, but just taking one step. Right? So with that being said, I realized that my right foot, my right side is my weaker side. So the brace that I was wearing, which is what's called the Ritchie brace, it only supports my ankle. For this foot, I need my entire foot and ankle supported so it won't move at all. That is what's an AFO brace. I'm teaching y'all something. I'm teaching y'all better than y'all saying amen. Y'all getting a whole sermonette on what life is like with braces. Y'all about to be so smart. That's wild. Y'all about to be all educators in the medical field real quick. Okay? Y'all welcome. Nurses. Y'all all certified that fast. So I need the AFO, which supports everything. Now, I've been wearing braces since I was 22 years old. I started off with the AFO, which was the full supportive brace. And then I eventually graduated to the Ritchie brace, which only supports the ankle, right? So I decided that I didn't need the AFO anymore because we're going to do the Ritchie brace, which is the easy, which is it only supports your ankle. I don't need all the extra stuff. I don't need all that. Unbeknownst to me, I did. What you doing? Why are you switching it up? If it's been working for you, what are we doing? And my doctor told me so the braces that I have, they're custom made for my feet. So whenever you guys see me in the pictures and you see like the cast shape, all that, those are my braces being made. That's the mold to make my braces, right? So when they got the referral, My doctor specifically said this Richie brace is not going to help your feet. You need the AFO. AFO, the supportive one. Richie brace, the one that only supports your ankle. You need the AFO. You don't need the Richie brace because that's not gonna do nothing. You're gonna have a lot of problems. And I was like, I know what I'm doing. I've been wearing braces for so long. Like, do what's told. You feel me? The order said Richie, so we're gonna do the Richie Rich. We're not gonna do the AFO. We're gonna do the Richie Rich. When God checks you, He gets you right. Okay? He gets you right because ever since I got the Richie brace, I have been having foot problems. Literally, ever since I got the Richie brace, I've been having foot problems. Why am I saying that? Because when you do things on your own, God's going to allow it, but He gonna remind you to do what you're told. And I was told to get the AFO, and I decided, because I feel like I didn't need it, because I wanted to go the easy way, and I didn't want to wear all that, I decided, nah, we're gonna do the Richie brace. Go on, do what you're told. Do the Richie brace. And I have paid for it ever since. Hi, Yolanda, love you. I have paid for it ever since. When your doctor tells you, or when anyone tells you that knows what they're talking about, my doctor has been in this field for 40 years. He knows, very much so, more than I do. He knows in his sleep. When your doctor tells you, and my mom did too. Again, listen to your mother. When your doctor tells you, or someone in authority that knows what they're talking about, tells you to wear or use something that is beneficial to you, go on, do it. Cause now I'm in this big old cam boot. For those that don't know what a cam boot is, it's the big old boots that people be wearing when they have surgery or when they sprain their foot. The one that look like a rocking chair, that one. And I've been off my foot, having to rest my foot because of the simple fact that I just didn't listen to the professional that know what they talking about. Girl, when you gonna learn? Child, you too old. Like my mom said, you too old for that. Girl, get this out the way. You too old for that. Period. And I am. One day I'm gonna listen. But I be like testing the waters a lot. I be testing the waters. But it's okay though. Because God be showing me grace. And the beautiful thing is all my doctors, every single, and I kid you not, every single last doctor of mine for every single department that I'm a part of, they all are the chief of that department. So even though I have limitations and I have disabilities and I have struggles, I still get the best of the best. Come on. Come on. What? Come on. Come on. God still be protecting me and whatnot. Even in my stubbornness, even when I'm hard-headed or whatever. Like, God, you're all right with me. Listen, that's my rant for real. Thank y'all for tuning in and listening to me rant, because the Lord knows that I was struggling trying to figure out what to say, because I ain't talked in a minute just by myself. But God knows my name, and He knows the desires of your heart, and He knows that I want this very first show to be too legit to quit. And it was a success. Thank y'all for tuning in. Michelle, we're gonna chat after this. Please believe we're gonna chat after this. I love you. I love all y'all for tuning in. Thank you again so much. We back. And God is still God, and God is still amazing. You feel me? Like, that's what's up. So, let's get into the church announcements. Next Thursday, we're live in living color. We are live, same time, same place, Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. period. And y'all gotta be ready for my next guest because y'all know how we get down. Also, other church announcement is if you have a disability and or a medical condition, or you know someone that has a disability or medical condition, holla at me. Hit me up. I love interviewing people. Love it. Love interviewing people. I think this is like the dopest. This is like the dopest job that I ever have. Like it's super fun. I love learning about people, all that jazz. Now, the disclaimer: if your elbow hurt, if you got a chicken scratch, if you got a paper cut, come on now, that ain't it. That ain't it. I'm sorry, but you don't qualify. You need something real. I need to know that you're struggling. I need to feel it. I need to know that you're dealing with something. Cause don't want to hear no I fell and the rock hit my elbow. Okay, well put some Neosporin on it. Vaseline. And go about your business. Cause what? We dealing with some real stuff around here. So if you have a medical condition or a disability and you want to be on that show, or if you know someone that would be a super dope guest, holla at me. Period. Point blank. All right, we out this mug. I feel like I took enough of your time, and we about to eat or sleep wherever y'all are in the States. Have a great night. Keep God first, and don't log off because y'all got to see the sponsors. All right, then, Kate, get me out of here. And